I left my husband because he couldn't get over his parents dying, and I don't feel guilty about it. 5 years ago, John's parents died in a car crash. He went into our bedroom and never came back out. I'm not exaggerating. He literally stayed in bed for 5 years straight. At first I understood. I gave him space. I thought he'd heal with time, but weeks turned into months. Months turned into years, and nothing changed. I worked 60-hour weeks as a nurse, raised our daughter alone. Every morning, I'd wake up at 5 a.m., make breakfast, get Connor ready for school, then cook John's meal and bring it upstairs on a tray. He'd barely look at me. Just take the plate and turn back to the wall. When I got home at 7 p.m., the empty plate would still be sitting on the nightstand, sometimes with the food half-eaten. The room smelled stale. The curtains stayed closed. He'd order takeout with my credit card when I was at work. Hundreds of dollars a month. Our 6-year-old daughter kept asking why Daddy wouldn't come downstairs, why he didn't want to play with her anymore. I ran out of excuses. Daddy's just tired, sweetie. Daddy's not feeling well. Daddy will come down soon, but he never did. We hadn't been intimate in 5 years. He hadn't kissed me, hadn't held me. I was sleeping on the couch because I couldn't stand lying next to someone who felt like a stranger. I was drowning, and he didn't even notice. The house was falling apart. Dishes piled in the sink. Laundry overflowed from the hamper. I'd come home exhausted and spend 2 more hours cleaning before I could even think about sleeping. I was burning out, and I knew it. Last Tuesday, I finally broke. I walked into that dark bedroom, sat on the edge of his bed, and took his hand. It felt cold. John, I said softly, please, I need you to hear me. I can't keep doing this. Connor misses you. I miss you. We need you to try. Even just a little bit. He looked at me with hollow eyes. A single tear rolled down his cheek. I don't know if I can. You have to, I said, my voice cracking. I'm begging you, get up, go to therapy, do something, anything. He pulled his hand away. You don't understand what it's like to lose your parents. That's when something inside me snapped. Are you serious right now? I stood up, my hands shaking. You're telling me I don't understand loss? You were getting your master's degree when we met. You had dreams. I supported you through everything. I paid your tuition. I paid the mortgage. I worked 70-hour weeks so you could study. My voice got louder. And you remember what happened during that time? My brother Andrew died. My little brother, the person I grew up with. And I couldn't even go to his funeral because I was working double shifts to keep food on our table. John stared at the ceiling, silent. When Drew died, I didn't get to stay in bed. I didn't get to grieve. I had to get up the next morning and go to work because you were in school and we had bills to pay. I was there for you when you needed me, every single time. When you dropped out halfway through the semester, I still paid for those classes, thousands of dollars. When you said you needed therapy, I found you the best therapist in the city and paid for every session. When you cried, I held you. When you needed me to be strong, I was strong. Tears were streaming down my face now. I was depressed too, John. I didn't want to get out of bed either, but I did it anyway because our family needed me, because Connor needed me, because you needed me, and now I need you. And you're telling me you can't even try? He said nothing, just laid there, staring at nothing. Do you have anything to say? I asked. Silence. I felt like I was talking to a corpse. I grabbed my keys, woke up Connor, and left. Got a hotel room across town. Connor asked why Daddy wasn't coming. I told him Daddy needed rest. That night, John called me 17 times, sent 32 texts. Come home. We need to talk, please. I texted back once. I'll see you tomorrow. Then I turned my phone to do not disturb. While Connor slept, I wrote John a letter. I told him I loved him, that I wanted him to get better, but I also told him the truth. I was done being the only one fighting for our family. The next morning, I dropped Connor at school and stopped by the house. Left the letter on the kitchen counter where I knew he'd find it. The last line read, "Get help or I'm filing for divorce. You have 1 week to decide." I haven't heard from him since.